Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from Chicagoland Speedway. It is home for tonight's race for Unchained Racing League. It's been a minute since we have been with these guys, work and all that stuff getting in the way. Hopefully my internet holds up. It would be a problem if it didn't. But we are live here tonight from Chicagoland Playoff Race. Join with me in the booth, Todd Chase Jr. Todd, welcome to the booth.
Yeah, it's great to be here at Chicagoland, and tell you what, this race tonight should be a good one. You've got some insight on this racetrack, knowing you actually, well, not only are you a professional, but you actually raced at this track last night and basically got a walk-off victory.
Not a walk-off. I dominated. It was domination, Todd. It wasn't even close. Like, them guys that showed up, I don't even know if they got the car or trucks out of the trailer. I'm going to be honest. I never seen them. So, anyway, yes, I did win, luckily. But I will tell you, it's a very interesting racetrack because here's why. And now, the weather here is a little bit different than what I raced in. I want to make sure that I point that out. The weather is a tad bit different than what we was a few hours ago, I guess we can say, or yesterday. But it still drives the same. And what I mean by that is you can full throttle around this place easily. Not even a question. You can full throttle around 15 laps if you want to. But there is a key to success here, and I will tell you what that key to success is. Throttle control. What I mean by that is throttle control will save tires, because long run you are going to start to have to lift. Not only that, early laps in this race, your back end becomes loose. We've seen that in practice, Todd. You even pointed it out to me in the pre-race, or before we even came on the air, that the back end wants to step out a lot. So throttle control is big. I also will say the line will actually move up. Now, this was a very interesting thing that happened to me last night. What I mean by that is I don't know if that is preferred. I was able to still drive away using the middle lane, but the reason why, because the truck becomes tight. So I did use the middle lane a lot more, but I was able to get down to the bottom and I still drove away. I also want to say that if you start backing off your corners on the longer run, I'm talking maybe 4/10 before you get to there's a stoplight or green light on the back stretch and front stretch, turn 1 and turn 3. You'll see that stoplight. I usually count right before I get to that, or, not really count, but have an instinct for it, I guess, to let off. Let it roll to that. Then you start easing the throttle back on and get out. Your exit here is more important than your entry. I will say that. You want to have good drive off. So, that's Chicagoland.
Another good thing that we could also point out for tonight, too, is these guys coming down pit road with hot, greasy tires.
Yeah.
Pit road is very... It's one of those racetracks, again, that we could actually see somebody have some issues with getting into their pit box.
So, I never got to actually hit pit road. Because we went green flag. Now, we had a caution very early in the race. So I never actually got to hit pit road. I don't think I hit pit road at all, actually. But you're right. That transition from the hot asphalt to the cold asphalt to the apron is going to be an issue. We've seen guys wreck it. So it's probably going to happen. I mean, hopefully it don't. But to be honest, I expect this thing to go green all the way. I'm going to be honest. I don't even know if we're going to have a caution. We could. But if it does, it's going to happen early. But I don't expect us to have many cautions. This thing is so wide. This track is so wide. You still have to do give and take. But with only 12 drivers, I mean, it's not a big turnout. So you really shouldn't have any cautions.
Right. Now, one driver that we do want to mention tonight, Mike Weber, currently second on the board here in practice/qualifying. He actually messaged me a couple of days ago, and he said something about how he feels he has a fair chance at winning this championship. Do you think he does?
Yeah, with the tracks that they got coming up, I mean, I don't see. I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of guys in here that really has a chance at winning it. That's not being dramatic about it, but I do feel like that Mike's came on pretty strong, and with the way it's set up, it's very interesting because they got Chicagoland. Next week they have Watkins Glen. Watkins Glen is very interesting. I'm not sure. Now, I will say we go to Michigan. Mike has a really fair chance to win the Michigan. That's a home track.
Oh yeah.
Iowa and Richmond's going to be interested for him because it's short track. Texas is going to be hit or miss. Atlanta, who knows? But yeah, I mean, I think if I was to pick my Final Four, Mike Weber for sure is in my Final Four. I don't even think that either of us doubt that.
No.
He's been coming on stronger lately, so I would go Mike Weber, Alec Lumpkin, Todd Cray, of course, and now is Todd Cray even in here? No, he is not.
Oh, I do not see him in here.
I forgot he actually does not race here now. So let's go Mike Weber, Alec Lumpkin. I'm going to go Jason Gordon and Sandy Curtis. I think that's your Final Four.
Yeah, I honestly have to agree with that as well.
Yeah, Zoda could be a close four as well. And I'm not saying that to doubt everybody else, by the way, because we could be completely wrong. So the grid is set. We're getting ready to go green here in just a moment. As you get a look here at your grid, it is Jason Gordon, Mike Weber on the front row. Jim Cook, Paul Zoda will run out row 2. Row 3, we got Ronald Harfield, Alec Lumpkin. Row 4, we got Ben Gear, Gary Whitmer. Joel Guy, Sandy Curtis back in 10th. Jonathan Scott and Tyler Burgert back in 12th. And that is it. Nobody else in this one as we get set to go green here. Waiting on one more truck to clear up, hopefully.
I believe that is the 44 of Tyler Burgert that has not gridded yet.
And there we go. So we are getting ready to roll here in just a moment from Chicagoland Speedway. I actually do like this track. I was very surprised when NASCAR took it off. I think it was a mistake to take it off. Because
I think so too.
It wasn't your normal mile and a half. Because really, Todd, you know this. This is not really. There's not really a straightaway here.
No, I mean, some people say this is kind of like sister track to Vegas, but it's actually, well, I mean, just because of its size and its length, it is. But the backstretch is actually curved.
Yeah, really different. Now, granted, you don't turn sharp on it by any means, but it's still, I mean, it's different. That's why I think there's many more mile and a half that they should have got rid of instead of Chicagoland. I love the fact that they made this an outrace, though.
Yes.
So I think that makes Chicagoland a little bit different. So that's the thing, like we talked about earlier about me winning yesterday. We don't know what this track's going to do now. You're going to have all kinds of grip. We know that because nighttime, cooler tracking. But I feel like it's still going to be the same principle of what we talked about, just a little bit longer, into that run. Like you may be able to hold it wide open literally for 20 laps. So,
Well, we're about to see if we can do that here.
I personally wouldn't, but we'll see if anybody does. I'm sure people will, of course. Bring us to the green, Todd.
Here we go. Pace car ducks down pit road, and we're waiting. Green flag is out here at Chicagoland for URL. Looks like the inside lane gets a better launch. Got the 77 and the 29 hopping in the top 2 spots. Looks like Mike Weber's going to lose some spots as well. He'll fall to 3rd at the time being.
So as we stay green, you see the shuffling for position about Chicago, and these guys shuffle quite a bit all around on these restarts, and that is one thing that is very interesting. I will say, Todd, dirty air here is not your friend at all, especially on longer runs. That's something you got to watch out for.
Right. Your basically your trouble spots are going to be turn 2 and turn 4. I mean, I've ran some races here, and I've noticed it before that when you're
around, multiple trucks involved, 3 trucks total. Hard hit right there at the end of that one. Jump spot, let's go. As the 91 went around. What happened? Right there. Hard hit there as well. Early racing time, that's what we talked about early in this race. Some tires, it takes a little while for things to get heated, especially on a colder track now. You got to get some heat in them tires in order to make this thing stick to the racetrack. If not, you will have trouble.
Yeah, I mean, we've known for a while now that sometimes it usually takes about 10 to 14 laps, depending on the racetrack, to get these these tire temps up to where they're not as loose as what you would think they would be. So, um, it's still early. I mean, we've only completed 3 laps.
Yeah, so that's something we're just
What I
watching
mean,
here. Um, like I said, who really knows what could happen? I mean, his race literally could go any which way.
hmm
So, still a long ways to go, though. Anything can
yeah.
still happen.
One thing we did not mention tonight is tonight's race is actually 85 laps long. So,
Yeah.
um, definitely a long race, I believe. Well, how long was your race here last night? It was only,
It
what,
was
60 some
40.
laps?
40.
Oh, okay.
So, it's about half the size of the official.
Yep. Oh.
So, we'll wait here for just a couple minutes. Get ready to go back green here soon. As we, it's pretty cool. As we get ready to go green here in just a moment. Once again, I hope these are, I don't know if these are quick yellows.
I'm not sure either.
So we are coming to 5 laps here shown on the board. We get set to, it's like double back up here.
Alright, sorry. I had to check a message real quick. It does look like we're starting to double up again. And it looks like our race leader, Jason Gordon, going to take the outside this time instead of the inside.
That's pretty interesting. Like I said, we had one early caution and mine was an official race, so, you know, but I don't know, it's pretty interesting. All right, as we get set to go back green flag here.
Oh, I did forget to ask you. Did you go big screen?
I did.
Okay.
Uh-oh. That screen literally just froze, dude.
Well, you did say that you were having some.
This is weird because my stuff's still broadcasting.
Green flag out. Gordon gets a huge launch.
Oh, it paused.
That's strange.
Well, hold on. What is going on, dude? It won't let me unpause. Hold on a minute. That was a technical problem, guys. Bear with me while Todd talks.
Well, side by side for the second position, you got Ben Gear and Jim Cook battling for that spot. Mike Weber falls back to 4th. And then you've got Ronald Hartfield running in 5th. Oh, looks like, who is that back there? Looks like it is Ben Gear got a little loose out of turn 4. He's going to fall into the clutches of Mike Weber back there. Mike will go to the outside. As we got battles around the racetrack.
Todd, I have disconnected, by the way, so we are going to try to reload one time and hopefully that fixes. I don't know what, dude. What is going on?
Yeah, that's a little strange.
It's actually very strange. Guys, bear with me. I'm going to put my intermission screen up for just a minute. You guys bear with me on that. You will still be able to hear us while I try to load back in. That was weird. I think ATVO froze my stream.
That is weird. Ben Gear still trying to get around Jim Cook for that second position. Mike Weber hot on his tail as well. There's about 4 more behind Jim Cook here battling for this position. Mike's got Alec Lumpkin all over him. Alec going to go to the middle as Mike goes to the bottom, trying to defend that position. And it looks like the top, actually, you can get a good run out of that corner. You could actually make some passes up there. Here comes a run by the 2 on the 7. 7 going to try and slam the door shut. Does not. Gets a little loose. And it looks like he will try to side draft the 2 to hold that position for the time being.
I'm still letting back in, by the way.
All right. Looks like the 2 has cleared the 7. The 7's going to slide up in between the 2 and the 15. As our race leader, Jason Gordon, now looks like he's going to have some company for that lead. As now Ben Gear goes to second, as Tyler Bergert goes to 9th, getting around Sandy Curtis. And the field now starting to come back to our race leader. Got a battle here for 3rd with Jim Cook and Alec Lumpkin.
I am back right now, by the way. Hopefully
all right.
For a lot longer. That was weird.
Does look like Lumpkin going to be falling into that 3rd position.
Jim Cook.
Mike Weber all the way to the top of the racetrack there. Trying to make a move. Doesn't look like he's got enough of a move right there. As now Ben Gear has caught our race leader. Turn 4 coming to the stripe. Going to complete lap number 12.
I'll make sure everything's good on the broadcast. Sorry, guys.
Not a problem.
The top 3 right now running Jason Gordon, Ben Gear, Alec Lumpkin, your 3rd truck in line. Jim Cook 4th. Mike Weber is in 5th. As we will circle through turns 3 and 4 this time, and we'll come to lap 14.
And it looks like Ben Gear could actually get a good run on this 29 truck if he can. He kind of runs where that 2 is running right now. If he runs kind of like that mid to high lane, I think he's got enough momentum to where he could actually set up something on this 29 truck. Got a battle back there for 4th with the 7.
There's a big run, by the way, from the 2 as well, as you said on Mike Weber. As you said, side by side with the 77. So, all the 7s in that picture.
777. I believe that's jackpot.
I think so.
I guess is what you say for that.
I believe so.
Meanwhile, I believe the 19 looking all over the place, trying to figure out a way to get around this 29. He's getting a lot of these runs from the 2 just by draft, and it's actually not really, well, it's helping him, but it's not really helping him at the same time, because when he gets those runs, it seems like the 29 can actually shut down that run, and then from there he just kind of goes back. I guess that's a product of dirty air, if you want to say. Like the 15 back there trying to get a run on the 7 through 3 and 4. He'll just fall back behind the 7 again. Alec Lumpkin now going to 2nd, as I believe Ben Gear had an issue. And now this is going to open up the race, open up the gap for a race leader again. Got one way up the racetrack. I believe that is Jim Cook back there in 3rd. Just overdrove it in 3 and 4 and slid up. And that's not what you really want to do early in this one right now. You want to try and save as much tire as you can.
Yeah, we talked about that in the pre-race. Tire management is a big thing here at Chicagoland. If you can save that tire a little bit, it tends to help. A lot of people don't know, but it will help on the long run. That is a, see the battle. Oh, okay, I think I just disconnected again, Todd.
Yes, you did. I'm here.
We are back. I think. Yeah, we're still here for now.
Okay. Got a big battle back here with Mike Weber, Ben Gear, the 15, Ronald Hartfield, Paul Zoda, Gary Whitmer. Everybody's pretty much battling for position here.
Good battling all around here at
As you see Paul Zoda trying to get a run here on the 15. And now he's going to fall into the clutches of the 19 of Ben Gear, who's fallen all the way to 7th. And I'm sitting here looking at the nose of this 19. It looks like he got just a little too tight. He's got some nose damage now.
Yeah, I wonder if that came off. He may come down pit road.
Yeah, he's coming down pit road.
Very interesting. Oh, he locks it up.
He missed it.
And I think he is going to be safe. He's able to get in, but he's definitely coming down to take that fast repair. But
I think he's got wheel damage.
That's a possibility because he was having trouble.
But, like I had mentioned before, Jason Gordon has grown his lead out to 0.6, almost 0.7 of a second now over Alec Lumpkin. And it looks like there's a gap there between the 2 and the 77 now as well. So this is basically what the 29 wants.
That's exactly what happened in my official race yesterday. The longer the two trucks battle side by side, that leader tends to pull away. He's got a lot fresher air in front of him, even the 2. He's a second back. There's still dirty air. Even a second back on this racetrack and hitting his nose. So. I don't know. To me, clean air is key here. It is very, very tough. I'm not saying you can't catch it. It's very tough, in my opinion, to close that gap up once you're out fresh air, once you're behind that truck that has fresh air.
I'm riding along with the 77 here, currently running 3rd. And it looks like he's really starting to crack the throttle. And I don't know if it's too late to start doing that now. You know, I mean, if you wanted to save tire, you would basically have to do it lap 1, turn 3, save tire. But we'll see how long these guys decide to stay out. We have no idea how long these guys can go. Don't know how many sets of tires they have as well. But like we got a battle back here. We got basically 5 trucks battling for this 5th position. Paul Zoda trying to hold off the 15 here as he'll go up and slam the door on the 15. 15 comes down to his quarter panel, tries to side draft. Start pulling him back toward the 15. And it looks like the 63 is going to be able to clear him for the time being. But here comes the crossover move by the 15.
Yeah, that's Ronald Hartfield doing a nice job at that Napa 15. That's who should win this race, by the way, just because that truck.
Either him or the Hooters truck.
Yeah. Either one is not actually in it.
It's too bad there's no number 9 in here. But overall, I think now that we've gotten our tire pressures up, you know, I think this is going to go green the rest of the way as long as we don't have any big issues. As you see, Sandy Curtis now getting around Gary Whitmer for the 7th position. I believe Sandy Curtis has 2 wins on the year. One was at the season opener at Daytona, I believe. The other one was totally unexpected as well. I want to say it was somewhere. Here, help me out, Chapman, if you've got the schedule.
Oh, if I hit the wrong button. For next week, we're gonna walk and win. Coach,
right. No, I'm talking about Sandy Curtis, where he got his wins. I know one was at Daytona. The other one I can't remember, but
Well,
it was
that's the
somewhere
thing,
where
I
we.
don't actually have who won what race.
Well,
At least on. At least wrote down I don't anyway. But I know Sandy Curtis was the winner at the first race. I'm not sure, to be honest, what other one he won.
well, we'll come back to that, as I believe Ben Gear, I think, has. I don't know if he's disconnected. Or maybe he's just having a blinking issue or not. But now, our race leader has grown his lead to 1.6 seconds over Alec Lumpkin, and it sounds like he's still wide open around this racetrack.
Yeah, honestly, 30 laps in, probably. I mean, I don't see it in Big Gear by the way back on pit road. He did not disconnect, but he just spent a lot of time there. So, I don't know. This is Chicagoland Speedway. It spaces out. And I said earlier, a little while ago, I mean, it is very tough to pass on long runs. And especially, there's only now 11 cars running action. There's not a ton of it going on right now. We do got a battle right here for 7th, but Gary Whitmer, actually a 3-wide battle right here, pretty good battle.
And it looks like there's another battle up further ahead. You got Mike Weber trying to hold off Paul Zota. And you got Jim Cook trying to hold off those two.
Yeah. And Alec just lost a lot of time to Jason Gordon. He's got 1.5 seconds back.
Also got a battle there for the 8th position. Tyler Berger and Sandy Curtis battling side by side right there. Paul Zota trying to get a run here on the 7 of Mike Weber. Mike's doing a nice job for the time being.
I'm not sure what the fuel run is. I was trying to think of what mine was yesterday. I mean, I went 40 laps without pitting, so we know these guys can go 40 laps without hitting pit road.
Here comes the 7 under the 77. Like he's going to bring the 63 with him. It does look like the 7's going to be able to clear the 77. No.
Yeah, this is going to be a thing. I mean, you should be able to try to defend that spot. Here comes the crossover. Oh, that was close. We got a red card.
Yep. Somebody in the wall back there, I believe. That's Gary Whitmer.
Maybe. Here's a replay of Whitmer. Yeah, he scrapes it going in. And honestly, he just scraped it. He should be okay. There's a little bit of damage, but he should be okay with that. He just rode the wall a little bit. Biggest battle right now for 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Yeah, and these guys, they're really aggressive drivers, I've noticed. But sometimes you have to be aggressive at certain points, and it really pays off for you, because now look at this. I believe this is Paul Zota trying to get around the 77 here. Gonna send it in deep. But watch for this run for the 77 to come out of turn 4, where he's able to hold on to that spot for the time being as they go down into turn 1 and 2. Side by side. Here comes a big run from the 77. You see someone coming back out. That was Ben Gear coming back out onto the track. Still side by side back there for, I believe that is the 5th position.
Oh, there he goes. Zota with
oh, yep.
77 got the wall on that as well.
Yeah, it looked like the 63 actually tried to clear himself on the 77. Just from my standpoint, watching from the 7. Now the 77's trying to hold off this 15, and I don't know. The way some of these trucks are acting, it's almost like we could see some pit stops coming any moment now.
Yeah, we definitely could be seeing them happen here in just a few moments. I mean, we're right at 40 laps in. That's what I was saying. Is I really want to try to reach make this to lap 42 to 43 if we can get pit road. That way it's a one-stop race.
Exactly. I mean, that would be some really good fuel strategy, you know. But here's one thing we got to remember. Yes, the 29 is way out there. He's out 3 seconds on Alec Lumpkin right now as Jim Cook will fall to 5th. Or was he there? I'm not sure. I seen him. He may. Yeah, he may have been there. But like I was saying, even though the 29 is way out here, he's actually burning more fuel than some of these other guys because he's out there punching a big hole in the air by himself. So
the clean air here is so big. I mean, it's like this with a lot of mile and a half. Clean air is literally just huge.
Battle for second starting to heat up. It looks like the 7's got a good long run truck compared to some of these other guys.
That's the thing. He's been saving on tires more than likely. So that's more than likely where it's coming from. You save tires here, you got a chance.
Mike Weber trying to find a way around Alec Lumpkin. As we go through 3 and 4, coming to the stripe to complete lap number 41 of 85. Jim Cook has now fallen. I believe he is now on pit road. No, he's not, but looks like Sandy Curtis almost had to have a moment with him.
We could be seeing cars coming on the road, though. Honestly, here, we've seen a good battle here. Mike Weber going underneath Alec Lumpkin, trying to bring Paul Zota along with him. Mike a little weird coming out of turn 4.
Yeah, it looked like the truck kind of got a little loose. He's going to come up and try to side drive the 2. Going to go all the way to the bottom, and look at that. That's how you make a pass here at Chicagoland. You got to use that side drive to your advantages. Now he's going to try and stop the 63 from thinking of making it a 3-wide battle here. Going to slam the door shut here on the 63 at the bottom, but now look who's coming back into the picture. I believe this is Tyler Berger.
Well, you're actually seeing the 19 of big gear.
Yeah,
in this,
that's
he does
right.
got fresh tires, so. But Berger is close as well, so it is.
That's going to put
Mike Weber and Paul Zota now top 3.
Yeah.
What's the difference in fresh tires, Todd?
Oh yeah, I mean the 19, he can go anywhere.
Even with
compared
the
to these.
truck.
Yeah, even with the damaged truck, like you said, he's. I don't know if he's making faster lap times than some of these other guys. As you see, yep, the 2 going to come down pit road, and this is a good call.
Smart, very smart. I really like that call. Because if these other guys don't pit for a few laps, he's going to have a pretty big lead. Now, he may not catch Jason Gordon lead-wise. Could be close.
He might.
When he pits. Yeah, it all depends on when he pits. Gordon may see this. Weber's definitely going to see it. Zoda's going to see it. So don't be surprised if we see them 2 for sure. I would definitely hit pit road. Jim Cook has been on and off pit road as well.
Yep, and here comes the 7. He's going to try to come down pit road.
You see it? Very tough.
He's going to miss pit road, go through the grass. Yep, going to get a penalty. Sandy Curtis is on pit road as well. Tough break for the 7, man. He was doing such a good job, and then, like we had mentioned, you know, coming off that racetrack with hot, worn tires, it's hard to get down pit road. So now that's going to put Paul Zota in second behind Jason Gordon, who's now out to 5 seconds. We got more coming down pit road now. Paul Zota actually going to assume the race lead as Jason Gordon comes down pit road. Actually, there's a battle for the battle for the lead here. Tyler Berger battling Paul Zota. Paul gonna come down pit road, and he'll get his 4 fresh tires. Now, see, I think the 44 should have come down with the 63, in my opinion. But now, look at this. The 2 of Alec Lumpkin now up to 5th with those fresher tires. I could actually see him gaining the lead out of this.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have a chance. Did he get in front of Jason Gordon? No, he will not. I mean, he closed in, but he's not going to be able to get in front of him.
Yeah.
He's pushing pretty hard here.
He's right behind the 29 right here, so...
He's got a chance to at least try to take it from him.
And here comes the run for the 2. And I mean, if I'm the 29, I just let him go. Because the 2's actually gonna try to burn his stuff up, trying to get to that lead. If you're the 29, you could actually afford to save tire and ultimately be faster at the end of the run.
And by the way, I want to call out Mike Weber, who was 3rd, is now 2 laps down. So his race is probably done, and that is not what he wants. He will have to be able to compete.
There you go. You see the 29 letting the 2 by. And like I said, I think that's smart. You're saving tire for the end of the run in case you do have a battle with him at the end. So now the big question is how big of a hole has Mike Weber dug himself going into next week? I do want to mention Alec Lumpkin has taken the race lead over Jason Gordon.
Yeah, which is very interesting, by the way. I'm going to be honest, I did not think that Alec would be able to close in. I mean, he closed in over 4 seconds just on the pit stop. So, he was able to take the lead. That's pretty impressive.
All right, and I'm board with that. B. Jesus, number 2 of Alec Lumpkin. I'm going to be honest, that's not a bad-looking truck. We are just past halfway in this one, I believe. Coming to lap 52 of 85.
Everybody right now top pretty much spaced out.
Ben Gear going to the outside here, letting Alec Lumpkin and the 29 of Jason Gordon go around him. Put him down another lap.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, not what he wanted at all. By the way, Mike Weber is actually now 1 lap down. Sure how that actually worked out. That was weird.
I mean, if he can get around Jonathan Scott here,
that would be your dog spot.
Yep, if we do end up having another yellow. Yeah. I just don't think we will. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Looking through the rest of the field, we don't really have any battles because of everybody coming down pit road and kind of spacing each other out. So I think our closest battle here is for the race lead. Does look like the 2 losing some time here to the 29 now. 29 going to go way down by the grass there on the apron. Going to close in on the 2.
I mean, honestly, I'm very surprised how much he's been able to hold these guys off or hold Jason off. We do got a pass back here by Tyler Berger actually able to get around through 63. Now he's going to actually set his sights on Jim Cook in the 77.
and if I'm Alec, I keep running the same line you're running, but if you see the 29 go all the way to the apron, you gotta put that dirty air on him, and you gotta take his line away, because look at how good of a run he gets through 3 and 4 here. I mean, he's straight up rolling the bottom, and he's gonna go to the apron here again, and just look how much of a run he gets from running that apron. On the, I don't think the 2 can hold the 29 off very much longer. Because now, not only do you have to worry about the 29, you got to worry about the 15 as well. See a bunch of different lines being ran here through 3 and 4. Now the 29 going to look to the outside of the 2. Going to run the same line as the 2.
Yeah, I mean, Todd, this is that part of the race where I was telling you about, where you really want to start backing off the tires a little bit, and it saves tires. And I mean, Alec's running the perfect line right now. I like where he's running.
Yeah, but here comes a run by the 29 now on the bottom.
That was a big run.
29 gonna look to the inside, but the 2 will slam the door shut on him and say, "Not today."
Good, another backstretch there for the 2.
I mean, while these guys are slicing and dicing for this top spot, the 15 is actually just sitting there, seeing him, how these runs are generated, where he can actually save those in his back pocket, if you will, for a chance for himself to actually get around both of these guys. As you see, the 29 going to slide up in front of the 2. And wow. That's how you do it here at Chicagoland. Now I'm sorry, that's not the 15. I believe that's the 91. Yeah, Joel Guy, who's actually a lap down, so wow, I kind of messed that up. Going through the rest of the field. Still, the biggest battle right now is for this race lead between the 2 and the 29. 29 letting the 91 get around him to get his lap back, put him 1 lap down.
So, I don't think we'll be on pit road anymore.
I don't think we will either.
Yeah, I don't know, we'll see, but I don't think we will be. Yeah, with Jason getting around to Alec now, honestly, it's going to be pretty much impossible to close in.
Yep.
I think it's not possible. I think that we just need yellow.
Well, I mean, even if the 29 has an issue with a lap car or something, if he just gets a little tight and has to back out of the throttle, I mean, the 2 could close in tremendously just like that. So, definitely I don't think it's out of the question that the 2 can actually catch the 29, but it's highly unlikely now because I don't see any yellows happening. I mean, we've only had that those one or two cautions early in this one, and then
a very early on lap 2.
Yeah, and then after that, I mean, it's just been green flag the rest of the way.
Very similar to how my race went yesterday, by the way. The wreck happened on lap 2. Unfortunately, it took out being gear, which is not good.
Right. But the laps are continuing to come off the board, as now we're on lap number 64 of 85. Coming to 20 to go next time by. Tough break for the 7. Still currently running 10th. Still 1 lap down. Has not gained anything on the 4 from what I could see. Looking through the rest of the field, everybody's pretty much spaced out. I mean, you got the 29 leading the field. You got the 2 of Alec Lumpkin in 2nd. The 15 of Ronald Hartfield in 3rd. Danny Curtis, our season opener winner, in the 43, running 4th. Paul Zoda running 5th. Tyler Bergert 6th. Gary Whitmer 7th. Jim Cook 8th. Jonathan Scott 9th, who is the first truck a lap down. And then you got Mike Weber, like I said, in 10th. Joel Guy 11th. And then you got Ben Gear down here in 12th, 15 laps down.
Yeah, I'm looking right now at the time across the line. The only one that's actually running faster is Paul Zoda and Tyler Berger, and a lot of that has to do that they actually pinned a lap later or 2 laps later than Gordon. But the thing is, Zoda and Berger both honestly could make up some time on some of these guys in front of them. Maybe get to, I don't know if I'll make top 3 in time, but definitely not be able to get, maybe be able to catch them. Coming to 17 laps to go, however, here in this one, Jason Gordon.
It looks like Jason Gordon has grown his lead out to 0.8 of a second now on Alec Lumpkin. And I think at this point he's too far out there for the 2 to catch him. Want to mention 29 has some lap traffic ahead of him. And it looks like it will be the 91 of Joel Guy. So it's possible that the 29 could re-catch this 91 here.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. There will could slow Jason a little bit. He's got about a second lead right now. Second place of Lumpkin.
I mean, if it's gonna slow him down, I don't think it'll be too much, because I actually see the 91, moving out of the racing line and letting him go. But it could make things interesting.
Todd,
yep.
Turn it up here for a couple of hours before the end of this one. I forgot we hadn't done it.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Got anything you want to say before we do it?
Let's turn it up.
There you go. Guys, give it a second. My internet literally just disconnected in the middle at the very end. We will get interviews. Hopefully we'll be able to see it. Todd's still watching the race, so I don't think anything has changed, Todd, correct?
There was a battle between I believe it was the fourth, fifth, and sixth position. I believe it was Tyler Bergert, Paul Zota, and Sandy Curtis all battling for that spot. As Bergert was able to come out into fourth.
Trying to get in.
But other than that,
hopefully I can load it back in before it's over. That was weird, dude.
Yeah. But other than that, our top three are still the same. Jason Gordon now out 2.2 seconds over Alec Lumpkin. And then you've got Ronald Hartfield in third.
I'm at 50% loaded, by the way, so I'm getting in.
Okay.
And we should be able to at least do our interviews the right way and get the winner. That was really strange. What is the chances?
Lap number 82 of 85 on the board now. 4 to go for Jason Gordon. I don't think anybody's going to be able to catch this guy. I mean, as soon as it seems like he got that clean air, he was long gone. And he proved it earlier in this race where he had a good long run truck.
We are back here, by the way.
Jason Gordon now going down the back stretch. It'll be 2.5. This, like right here, will be 2 to go at the line.
Anyway, 2 laps to go for Jason Gordon here at Chicagoland. We had to have one yellow very early in this race. We haven't had one since. It has been all Jason Gordon for the most part. Alec Lumpkin was able to get a couple laps led here. Big problem for Mike Weber in this race and for Big Gear as well. Mike, unfortunately, will be a lap down Big Gear. Unfortunately, had that lap one incident that messed his night up completely. So from here, these guys will head to Watkins Glen as we come to the start-finish line. This time, white flag time.
Yep, white flag is in the air for Jason Gordon. And he's now out to 3 seconds on Alec Lumpkin, as Tyler Bergert now currently third. Down the back stretch for the final time and into 3 and 4.
Well, here you go, Todd.
Jason Gordon going to come out of turn 4, see the checkered flag, and pick up the win here at Chicagoland.
He will advance to the next round of these playoffs. That is the biggest thing for Jason Gordon as he does so.
Alec, I was just going to say, Alec now coming through. Well, he did finish second. Tyler Bergert going to finish third.
Hartfield fourth.
Yep.
Paul Zota All right, let's talk to our race winner here. As he gets ready to do some celebration donuts here in Victory Lane. Jason Gordon. Jason, it's Adam and Todd up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
I got you, buddy.
A P1 finish, and, well, when I say a P1, it was domination. How important was that clean air here tonight?
You know, the clean air was everything, especially the first run, and then just keeping it straight and keeping the tires on it. This track's all about tires.
Did you have your pit strategy already planned? These guys pitted a little bit sooner than you, tried to make up some ground. Alec was able to make up a little bit, but with the fresher tires, you was able to get back around him.
Yeah, I figured somebody would try to short pit because I had when they started, I was about 5 seconds ahead, I guess. So I figured somebody would short pit, and he did get back out there in front of me, but I knew my tires would get me there.
So I got to ask you a question. Not only are you locked into the next round, but we do go to Watkins Glen next week. How do you feel about that, especially now that you know that really you're good to go at least till the next round?
I was just telling Alec a few minutes ago that one of the tracks circled is Watkins Glen. I love Watkins Glen. I love it in the truck. So let's go.
We could be seeing back-to-back winners. Hey, good job tonight, man. A big win, 71 laps led. Do you want to give any shout-outs?
Yep, first and foremost, my beautiful wife. Thank you for letting me do this. I got to thank you guys for putting on a great show, and of course the league and all the admins for letting us do what we love to do. So thanks to everybody.
I appreciate it, man. Good job tonight. Big win.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, we're going to talk to Alec Lumpkin, who finishes in P number 2. I might want to actually take the winner's thing off and put up his name once I figure out how to do so. I'm telling you, so many buttons on this with this overlay.
I know.
Get used to. Alec Lumpkin going to finish P2 here tonight at Chicagoland. Did lead 10 laps. Try to short pit a little bit to get out front. Talk us through this race there, Alec. I mean, not time, Chicagoland. It's a fun track to race.
Yes, I love the track. I needed a caution there towards the end. Coming through when we did that pit stop, by my calculations, I was going to be like 0.2 laps to the good. So we came out. I was able to get around the 29, lead some laps, and I was looking at my fuel, and I was like a lap and a half short. So I had to start lifting and stuff. I don't know what was going on with that, but then by the time the race was over, I was 5 laps to the green.
That's strange. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just a glitch or what, but
yeah, that's very odd. The big news is you do finish second, and with the playoffs underway now, you go into Watkins Glen with a little bit of cushion. What's your thoughts heading there?
I don't think I have any cushion going into that track. I love Watkins Glen. I love racing it, especially in open wheel cars on here, in the cup cars. Every time I've taken this truck to that track, I've wrecked. I don't know what it is about this truck and that track, but I don't know that it's going to be good.
Well, either way, man, you put it in second place here tonight. Was the dirty air issue for you guys that was behind these leaders? I mean, you was right there behind Jason for a while.
I don't think so. I didn't really feel any effects from being right behind him. But I will say, after about 25 laps, the truck would get so tight it didn't want to turn.
Wow, that's interesting, especially at night time. Either way, man, second place. Move on to the Glen from here. Good job tonight. Shout outs.
Yeah, I want to shout out to Audrey Epilepsy Awareness. I want to shout out to you guys. Thank you for what you guys do, NASCAR Diecast and Autographs, and just all the chase drivers that showed up. And except for that one caution we started with, that was a great race.
It was a good race. Not bad at all. Good job, buddy.
Thanks, brother.
Next up, we're going to talk to Tyler Berger, who finishes in P number 3 here tonight. Tyler did a pretty good job, actually. Todd got a few laps led as well. Let's talk to him. Tyler, it's Adam and Todd up in the booth. You got a coffee?
I sure do.
Man, a few laps led. It's a bonus point. But Chicagoland, it's always a fun place to race. Talk us through this one.
I was basically kind of planned on not having a whole lot of cautions, only have 12 guys there. So I started out with just wanting to save tires, save fuel, see how it went. And the first run went pretty good. I noticed I started catching a lot of guys, started coming back to me. I started picking them off one by one. So I just did the exact same thing as soon as I got the pit road done, and did the exact same thing when I came out. Never even ran a full lap at wide open throttle. Just saved the tires, and I was able to come from 7th, I think, when I left pit road, and ended up finishing 3rd.
Yeah, that's what I noticed even in the official race I did yesterday. Saving tires is big here, man. Talk about it driving out on the fresh tires. Did the truck get or feel loose early on in the runs, like when you guys started? And after the pit stops, we know the sun went down, but did the truck still feel loose whenever you guys went out there on fresh tires?
When we first started, it kind of was, you're kind of feather the throttle through the corner a little bit here and there. There was a lot of that at the very beginning. After we pitted, though, halfway through the race, it wasn't nearly as bad. But like I said, I wasn't running wide open the whole way around, just trying to save those tires. So for me, it wasn't bad.
So we go to Watkins Glen. Thoughts on the road course?
It's my favorite road course.
Everybody said that, actually. We interviewed.
It's not my best. So I don't know how it's going to go.
I hear that one. Shout outs and all that, dude.
What's that?
Well, shout outs and all that you want to give out.
I wish I had some teammates so I
hear you.
could thank them, but I want to thank Alec and all the guys that put this thing on, letting me come in and run everything, and hopefully we'll be there next week.
Hey, good job, buddy. Good run tonight.
All right, thanks, boys.
Thanks a lot, man. We'll move him back up, and Todd, I'll go to you. Thoughts on the race?
Well, we've seen it, complete domination like you had done last night, but with the weather being different here, Jason Gordon was still able to basically do the same thing. You said led 71 laps out of the 85, and we did see some comers and goers come through that race, only to have one yellow, and I just think it was a solid race, I would say.
It wasn't bad at all. I think that could have been better. Yes, of course, it could have. Could have been worse. 100%. We do want to real quick make sure we shout out like Paul Zoda,
Yes.
stuff like that, for making the overlay and all that good stuff. And you can see all the other sponsors that these guys have: the PZ overlays, the BG's Ministries, the awareness for Audrey Marie, and also the diecast and autographs, and diecast freaks and all that good stuff. So thanks a lot, guys. That's going to do it for us tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry for a little mishap, but it happens. You have a great night. Take care as always. God bless.